Hey everyone, welcome to the show today. The dogwoods are blooming, the smell of fresh cut grass is in the air, and you know what that means? Spring is here in Texas. And the blue catfish that have been on the main lake all winter are moving up into the shallow water. And today, we're gonna be targeting them using light tackle up in super shallow water, catching lots and lots of fish. I better go find a big cooler. Why don't you hang out with us for the next 30 minutes? Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. That's a big one right there.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southeast region every week.
You ever caught a fish that big?
No!
Got him.
Not the day. There you go. Another redfish.
Got him. Now, that's what Let's Fish TV is all about right there, guys.
Welcome to Let's Fish TV. I'm your guest host, Captain Michael Littlejohn, with my wife, Terry, and we're here at Lake Tawakoni, right here at Open Water Lodge. And today we're gonna be targeting blue catfish right here in the spring in shallow water. Lake Tawakoni is almost a 40,000 acre lake, one of the largest in the state, and we're only 45 minutes east of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and really home to some of the best fishing anywhere in the state of Texas. Today we're going to take advantage of our windy conditions, and we're going to be catching these eater-sized catfish in super shallow water. Also, we're going to be giving you fishing reports from your local region, but first, let's get back to the studios for your weekend planner.
Thanks so much for joining us for another episode of Let's Fish TV. The Solunar tables are predicting good game fish activity both days this weekend. Peak game fish activity begins about 4:46 Saturday and 5:39 early Sunday morning. The best afternoon activity should begin around 5:14 on Saturday and 6:10 on Sunday. Depending on your area, expect the sun to rise around 7:37 and set around 7:38. Nights will feature a moon that's 43% visible. Stay in the loop with Let's Fish TV's latest fishing adventures and tips by joining us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget Andrew's doing an academy tour, so look to our social media pages to see when and where he will be next.
All right, pretty cool setup today. We actually coming out of winter, and we've been hit with literally like 80-degree temperatures for the last couple weeks on and off. And as you can see behind me, the trees are already got green on them. Anyways, it's happening fast around here. Our fish are pulled out of the main water, the main lake, and they're pulling up shallow. And we've killed them the last 3 or 4 days. So I can only imagine we haven't had any change at all in the conditions other than we've lost some of the wind, but I don't think that's gonna matter too much today. So small baits, skinny water, a lot of catfish. Let's get out of here. Let's go catch them. All right, we are coming up in the back of a cove here off the main lake. Water temperature 62 degrees here. On the main lake, it's still 54 to 55 degrees. So major temperature swing here. For the last 3 days, the wind has just been barreling in here out of the south. So it's been warm, cove's been warming up, been receiving a lot of beating with the wind coming in, and these blue catfish are in here. Now, the wind's not blowing today. It's actually almost perfectly calm. So we're gonna see how these fish are gonna respond to that. I would prefer for the wind to be blowing, but it's not, so we gotta make it work. So we'll get back here in the back of this cove and see. I'm actually starting to see a lot of bait on side imaging, and I'm actually starting to see some smaller blue catfish on the left side over here. So we're gonna get back up in here and get anchored up and get the rods out and see what happens.
So we haven't had a bite here in what, 10 minutes?
Well, we hadn't had a bite yet. And you know, we were here a few days ago with customers. We had what, 75 fish in about 3 hours. We've been here for 10 minutes, haven't had a bite. We really don't want to spend much longer in here. We would have already had a bite if we were going to catch fish in here. So
the wind really plays a part in.
yeah, except look at there. Look what's going on right there. That one's getting a bite. Finally, we're finally getting a bite. All right, go get him. He's on. Real. Yeah, real fast.
He's not on there.
You missed him? I can't believe you missed him. That was our first bite right there. But nonetheless, I really think that we need to relocate
Yeah.
here in just a minute. That's the first bite we've had in 10 minutes. And we've got a breeze out on the main lake, but it's not making it back into the cove here. It may later, but we need to go find some wind.
We need a good bite.
So let's reel these up and let's go find some wind. Man, so here's the deal. We have struggled all morning. First fish we've caught, we've been on the water 3 hours. And we finally found a cove where the wind's blowing in. And this is the first rod we threw out. And look, that rod just got bit on the back. We've got 2 rods out. First rod went out, we've got a fish on. So look, there's another fish right there. Get him. Real. Look at there. 2 rods out, 2 fish. Unbelievable. Oh, that's a nice blue right here.
Oh yeah, that's a good fish.
Yep.
How many doubles have we got?
We literally only
Not right
have.
now, maybe like,
Look at this, guys.
like we always catch doubles.
Look at this. Doubles.
It's a race.
2 rods out, 2 fish. Look at here, guys. This is what you're looking for. Right here. Look at this. Perfect 1 to 2 pound fish. You cannot beat.
Is yours bigger than mine?
I think they're about the same size.
Yeah.
But you know what? We have fished for 3 hours and have nothing to show for it. And we hit this. So this is the point. You got to move around. If you're not on fish, move. We rolled in this cove. The side imaging lit up with fish. And we thought, okay, here we go. Boom. And here's another thing. We're not putting out anchors. We're using our anchor mode on our trolling motor to hold us still, and we're able to get on anchor real quick with our trolling motor and get rods out real fast. And look, who knows? We're gonna put 10 rods out. We're gonna see what happens.
Hey y'all, it's time for your Carolinas Report, brought to you by my good friends over at Crazy Sister Marina. I'll tell you what, this year these guys are ready. They have got more charter boats than ever. They've got the best bait and tackle shop you can find. Visit crazysistermarina.com and get whatever trip you want booked today. And we're going to talk about the anadromous species of the American shad this week. And it seems like North Carolina and South Carolina, we're all going to stock up on those bait fish that we use for the other species, but they are a great time. I'll tell you, light tackle, getting out there with a 1/16 or a 3/8 jig at the Tail Race Canal here in South Carolina, a great place on the Cooper River. Head right up to the edge of that dam, look for the boats. Listen, it's gonna be crowded, but you're gonna catch a lot of fish. If you get out there, you're patient. When that water's flowing, those fish are gonna be chewing. Also, don't forget you can head over to Arrowhead Landing as well. That's on the other side of Santee, and you can have a lot of success there as well, and a lot more spread out so you're not right up on top of each other. Offshore, still going on. We got the wahoo bite, the blackfin tuna, and now we're gonna start to see that speckled trout bite. This has been your Carolinas Report. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
You had that on your hand when he hit it.
I think he just pulled off.
Did he? No, he's running at you. Look, he's running.
You're right.
These fish will just, she just threw this out, hadn't put it in the rod holder yet, and she's got one on. I'll tell you, in this skinny water, look at that, nice blue. In this skinny water, these fish will outrun you. We're using circle hooks, so we're not setting the hook, we're reeling down on them. That's why when you watch us, when we run up to the rod, we're not setting the hook like you would think. We're reeling down because you're using circle hooks. But here's what happens. These blues, because they're only in 3 foot of water, they have nowhere to go, so they'll run. And a lot of times they'll run right at you. So you reel down, you got him, and all of a sudden he's gone. but he's not gone. He's outrun you. He's coming at the boat. So you got to really, really run to catch up to him.
This, in my opinion, is the perfect.
Yeah, that is
It's a great size.
that's a great eating size fish.
We'll keep you for dinner.
Hey, I'm in for eating a few fish, so.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Loran's, the ultimate fishing system, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach Tourism. Let's fish on Alabama's beaches. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS anchor, powered by Passion.
Look there, guys. I mean, just perfect eating size blue cat. All right, guys, bait of choice right here, fresh gizzard shad. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna first scale this gizzard shad just like this right here. Get all the scales off of her, just like that. It's gonna make this bait a lot softer. And then I'm just gonna come in here. Now we're fishing for eater size catfish, so we want small pieces of bait. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna first fillet this fish. I'm gonna come in here and all I'm gonna do is come in here. I'm gonna take just a little bit bigger than thumbnail pieces, just like this. That's a little bit big. I'll take that one right there, and then I'm gonna cut that one in half. And right there, guys, that's all this is gizzard shad. That's another 4 or 5 pieces of bait right there. Out this entire shad, I can probably get 10 to 12, maybe even 15 pieces of bait. So, and I can reuse these baits. As long as they're in decent shape, I can reuse them over and over. All right, one of the tricks when you're fishing for these eater fish is literally these really small circle hooks. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that is a 3/0 circle hook. And all I'm doing is I'm taking these little pieces of shad and I'm just hooking them once right through there, just like that. Tiny hooks, and we're not missing hardly any fish. Hopefully, here in a minute, we don't miss a fish. I would reel down on one, finally. I'm surprised you're letting me catch one of these. These little circle hooks, guys, are the key. And a 3/0 or a 4/0, they are deadly. You'll hardly, I mean, I'm not saying you're not gonna miss a fish, but man, that you just hardly never do. Nice fish, look at there.
Ain't that a big fish so far? For sure.
Look at
That
there.
means I gotta catch another one to beat that.
Look there, guys. I mean, just perfect eating size blue cat. And some of these are gonna taste really good tonight.
Hey all, welcome back to my favorite part of the show, the Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia Coastal Fishing Report. This segment is brought to you by me, Captain Patrick Armisen with Ugly Fishing. You can check out my website at uglyfishing.com. You can book online with myself or with Captain Taylor, as well as some money-saving opportunities on the homepage with saltsgone.lurenet.com and Pure Flats Fishing, creator of the Slick Lure. They talk about the Slick Lure. We've been using that product a lot for speckled trout around the Alabama coastal areas. Speckled trout are still hanging out a lot in the rivers. That's where we're utilizing that original Slick Lure pattern. Weighted and unweighted hooks, both of them been effective. On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, talked to Andrew Whitman from Black Dot Charters. He said that he has finally gotten his hands on some live shrimp, and live shrimp are becoming more available on that Mississippi coast. He said utilizing those live shrimp on the nearshore reefs, catching sheep's head, black drum, redfish, and occasional flounder. Garrett Ross from Miss Judy's Charters, he said that live shrimp is king around there where he's at too. He says shallow waters, shallow areas for speckled trout and redfish. He said especially where you find oyster bars around creek mouths. He said especially on the points, fishing slip corks 2 to 6 feet deep with live shrimp, money for speckled trout and redfish right now. Hey y'all, thanks for catching this week's report. Y'all remember to keep what you need, leave the rest. And hey, I haven't brought it up before, but y'all need to take some kids fishing. It's a lot of fun, and we need more kids in the outdoors.
All right, we're sneaking in here on the trolling motor. I'm in 3.5 foot of water. And if I'm coming in here with a 300 horsepower outboard, am I gonna blow the fish completely out? No, but I'm gonna make a difference. I'm coming in here on my trolling motor, staying quiet. I'm in the very, very back of this cove, and there's not a lot of water back here. The quieter I am when I come in, I feel like the less fish I'm gonna spook and the more fish that we're gonna catch. I've never caught a turtle on Lake Tawakoni. Earlier she caught one. We're getting ready to leave. I've got one on too.
He's a copycat.
Look at this. Look at this. You know, it's that time of year, the water temperature is 65 degrees. These suckers have been buried up mud for the last couple months. They're ready to come out and eat. And they're not gonna discriminate. They see a piece of shad sitting on the bottom of the lake, they're gonna eat it. So something you just gotta deal with, comes with the territory.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Powerful, total boat control. Balls Out, made in the USA. Heavy duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely on, challenge your limits.
Oh, look at here. See how many of them are out here. Look at this, look where she caught this fish. Look at there, catch a tiger by its tail. All right, we just finished up fishing this cove. Lights out, a lot of fish in here. I did see the fish on side imaging, but wanted to kind of make a point. We've got kind of an east wind today, which I wasn't planning on. And this isn't a cove that I fish a lot, but the wind is blowing in here, and now it's been blowing in here for a couple of hours. And your midge larvae, your zooplankton, your phytoplankton, all of your particles are blowing in here, and these fish eat these as well. And when you're looking for a place, because there's so much water in all these lakes, you don't even know where to start. One of the best places to start, especially in the springtime like this, is to find a cove off the main lake where the wind has been blowing. Ideally, a couple days in the same direction is best. In this, it's just been a couple hours, but it was enough. We've already been to 3 coves, hadn't caught a fish. Got in this cove, and the wind was actually blowing in here real good, and they're in here thick. So we're gonna go around the corner. There's another cove just right down the way. We're gonna go check it out and see if the same fish are in the same, or in the other cove. Of course, we're getting ready to go move, go try another spot. Actually, we're still catching fish, but we're just trying to go to another spot to catch some more fish in another spot. I've got some trips coming up. And last rod out, and of course, the missus here decides to catch another one. She's showing off. I think she thinks I eat too much, so she felt sorry for me, so she's trying to.
I got him in the tail. That's how hungry.
Oh, look at here. See how many of them are out here. Look at this. Look where she caught this fish. Look at there. Catch a tiger by its tail. That's awesome. All right, we just finished catching these fish, shooting this show, having a good time. And there's a lot of fish that you catch and you let go. And then there's fish that you catch and you keep to eat. And the eating size blue catfish are among the very top of all those choices. And we have the Academy H2O brand knife, which I've been using for these catfish, and this has been an awesome, awesome knife for these catfish. And folks, a lot of people are nervous about cleaning catfish, but really, they're real easy to clean. You just come in here right at the rib cage, make your cut, come right down, pull it out, and then just simply finish it off on the backside. Just like that. You'll be left with just a little piece of a rib cage. And right there, folks, you have a 100% cleaned, no skin, ready to literally to roll in cornmeal and fry up fillet right there. And fantastic. The Academy H2O blade knife is fantastic, does a great job. Couldn't be more happy with this knife. We've cleaned probably a couple thousand catfish with it, and it's still going strong. So this is a good tip for here. You're gonna come home with catfish. You don't have to skin them, and you don't have to sit them with a manual knife. Little knife like this is perfect for cleaning catfish. Good tip for you.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lake Hartwell Country, catch the feeling. Lose, feel the difference. Strike King, tie one on. And by Glacier Outdoors since 1982. Here's today's Right Stuff presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Hey everyone, we're going to talk a little bit about what we used today to catch these shallow water blue catfish right here at Lake Tawakoni. Really, this is just a Carolina rig that I'm using, but I've got a couple of things here that make things a little bit easier. You don't have to use these, but one of these is a sinker slide. A sinker slide is simply, it goes on your line. It allows you to attach, and in this case, we're using a 2-ounce sinker. It's a bell sinker, and you can just attach it on. We also drift for these blues certain times of the year, and I like the sinker slide because I can actually remove the sinker. I could perhaps put a bigger one on if it was windy, or I could put a drifting weight on the sinker slide. But sinker slide goes on. First, I put a bead right behind the sinker slide to protect my knot, and then I'm just taking a 1/0 or a 2/0 swivel and attaching it, and then I'm coming back with anywhere from 30 to 40 pound leader. I purposely grabbed and used today high-vis line as a leader to make a point. And the point is this: these fish are not line shy. I mean, they're caught on trot lines, they're caught on rope. So orange line, even as a leader today, worked fine. We caught plenty of fish today. We didn't have a problem with that. So, and then that's gonna go down to and here's the key, a 3/0 or 4/0 circle hook. This is a very small circle with very small pieces of bait, but you know what? It's doing the job. We're not even hardly having to reel down on these fish. These fish are hitting the bait and they are catching themselves. So this is what we're using. It's real simple. It's a Carolina rig with 2 ounces of lead, a 3 or 4/0 circle, and a small piece of cut shad. All of the tackle that we used on today's show to catch the shallow water blue catfish, every bit of it was bought right at Academy Sports and Outdoors. All of it can be found there. You guys go out and catch a bunch of fish. Open Water Lodge is a gated 5.5 acre point right in the shores of Lake Tawakoni, where friends and family and fishermen can come from all over really and just enjoy the cabins, the lodge. And then Tawakoni Guide Service is right here on the property where we run 5 boats daily for trophy catfish, crappie, white bass, stripers, on the shores of Lake Tawakoni, just 45 minutes east of Dallas. Well, we hope you enjoyed today's show here at Lake Tawakoni, catching shallow water blue catfish in the springtime. This technique and the tips that you learned today can be used anywhere in your region where blue catfish are found. But until then, you guys be safe, have fun, and we'll see you on the water.